Hi, boys and girls and teachers. It is Mrs. Bruce, and I'm coming to you today with a very important and exciting announcement. I wanted to take a very quick minute to kind of celebrate and give you a little pep talk, as I know you all have been working so hard in preparation for I Read 3 that you will start on Monday. And so I wanted to take a quick minute to kind of pump you up, because we all are believing in you and know that you can do it. And I also wanted to share something exciting for all of your hard work that you've been putting in, and that I know that you will continue to put in into next week during I Read 3. So as you can see here on my screen, I have a little popcorn board, because I want to share with you that you third graders are popping with some of the best test taking strategies. And now you are going to use those when you start your I Read next Monday. So let's review. I'm going to make my screen a little bit bigger here. So let me go to present. Move myself over here. Make myself smaller. Okay, so I know that when we think about tests and assessments, there's been things that your teachers have talked to you all year long about how to just take a minute and just do the very best you can. And when we talk about doing the very best we can, there are some strategies that we can use. And I know you already are using these. So I'm just here as a friendly reminder, reminding you today what you already know to do and that we want to remember to do when we start that next week. So first things first, the most important thing that you can do, as you can see right here on the screen, is stay positive. Stay positive with your thoughts, believe in yourself. Have those good positive thoughts. Yes, I can do this, and believe in what you're able to do and trust in that. So just stay positive. With that staying positive, I want to talk about, I'm going to go over here, see if I can, it won't let me move it up. I forgot I had it frozen. Is about how do you prepare for that the night before? Well, we want to be sure that you're getting a good night's sleep, and that you have a good breakfast in the morning on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, which you really should have a good breakfast every day, but definitely those days to help fuel your brain and give you all that energy so that you're able to stay focused on what you're doing, which was my next good test taking strategy, staying focused. Pay attention to what you're doing, what the question is asking on I Read 3, and trust that you know, and you'll do the best that you can by staying focused. That kind of brings me to the next best test-taking strategy, which is reading carefully, and I'm also going to talk about, as you can see on the screen, listening carefully. Lots of parts of I Read 3, you are going to have to listen. And listening is one of those things that you have to stay focused. You have to be paying attention to what's being said to you, so that you are able to use that information that you hear to answer those questions. And that goes along too with reading carefully. What is the question asking? If you're having trouble with some of them, are there parts of the question that you can pick out and you know what it's asking you to do? So read carefully and think about what's being asked of you. Okay. I want to talk about questions for a second. Boys and girls, there's going to be questions, as I know your teachers have shared with you, and it doesn't matter if it's on I Read 3, on iLearn, on a regular test in your classroom. There's going to be questions sometimes that maybe we just don't know, we're not 100% sure on, and that's okay. We all face that. But there is a right way to make a guess if you have to. So if you're down to a question and you just don't know, look at some of those things. Is there something that in the choices that you could rule out, you could take away, like you know it can't be A, and you know it can't be C maybe. So maybe that leaves you with like 2 choices left. At least you've narrowed down your choice, and then you can make your best guess based on that. So that's how if we do come to a question we don't know, that's how we do our best to try to make that best guess that we can. And last but not least, 2 things. You want to pace yourself. This isn't a race. It's not a race. No one's getting a prize to turn it in first. It is just to take your time. Pace yourself. Focus on what you're doing. Don't worry about what your friend's doing beside you or the friend over here. Worry about what you're doing. Do you. Do the best version of you. And we know you can do it. And then check your work. Before you're ready to turn it in, double check your work, reread a question, whatever you need to do to be sure that you are doing your very best. Okay, so those, I'm going to escape from there. Give me just a minute here. Okay, boys and girls, so that's my best test taking strategy tips that I wanted to review with you. And I now want to take a quick minute to celebrate and talk about the fun thing that's going to happen for all of the hard work that you've all been doing in preparing for iRead 3. Mr. Hack, Mrs. Davis, and myself, we know you've worked so hard, so we want to celebrate with you by having a popcorn party for your entire class when iRead 3 is done. We will bring the popcorn around, and your teacher can decide when that's the best time for you all, but you'll get to celebrate by enjoying some popcorn made here at school just for you. I think that's all I have. So we are counting on you, Brown Bears. We know that you can do it. You've got to trust and believe in yourselves. Your teachers know you can do it. You've got this. And we can't wait to see the success you have with iRead 3 next week. See you all soon.